I am sitting in a hole and I'm burning this stump. I've spent the day cutting that completely back and now I'm burning it out, and my new sprinkler system is watering my trees over there, and the new avocado is already planted. The orange is going to go down here. So I'm just going to wait out here and burn up this stump until it gets down far enough that I'm comfortable with it. I'll put it out then, and then yank out what's left in the morning and plant the orange. Whew. That thing is hot, that dry wood. It burns so hot. I watched most of Jeremy's live tonight. Not all of it. That's a lot of people are getting to their wits' end, and I understand that. See, some people, they spend a lot of time trying to dig out a stump. I learned long ago, just start a fire around it. Let nature eat it all up. Then I got my peach tree right here. He's well watered, so I'm not worried about him not getting any tonight. And then I put a prickly pear down in there. From what I understand, the fruit of the prickly pear cactus is really good. And off on the back of my property, just off it, was a wild prickly pear. And so I cut one of the pads off and I put it down in that hole right there. And I took, I watched this guy who's got a YouTube channel called Dust Ups. And he's trying to bring back a desert forest in West Texas. There used to be a desert forest with lots of very short trees, but lots of them. And years of ranching, you know, generations of ranching took it all out. So he's trying to bring it back. Well, one thing that I saw that he did was he would take cardboard, and when he would plant something new, he would make a taco with the cardboard, because the cardboard, as you water it and whatnot, it slowly eats away, and it kind of holds the moisture for the plant. So that's what he did. So that's why I tried over there with that. If it doesn't work, I'll just go grab another pad off that prickly pear and throw it in there. And when they're a native plant, you know they're going to do well. This one here, this was an oleander. Oh, it had a brother in this hole. That one was doing strong, so I yanked that one out and I put him just off my property. There's a lot like right next to my property, so I threw him in on the lot, and he's going to take off and get real big, and then, you know, that'll provide shade to a corner of my property. See how hot that stump is? Nice and hot in there. It's just going to eat away at those dead roots. This one was dead. We'd cut it up pretty good last year, and I left the other one knowing I wanted to keep one. But this one here, yeah, we chopped it all down, and then I was chopping more at it today. And yesterday too. Yesterday's when I dug this hole too. And got that other oleander out and got that planted. Today I was building a check dam for that oleander. Pretty much just it's like a horseshoe of dirt and rocks. So whenever it does rain, the water will collect down in there and then, you know, just soak into the ground. So then that oleander has, you know, just a lot of water, you know, for several days, not just the day that it rains and soaks through. It kind of sits there and lingers. And that's where all these other trees, that's where you know, most of them, they end up taking off in a depression, and that's because the water just kind of sits in there, so they get, whenever it rains, they get a little bit longer water. But I don't want to dig out these roots that are really, really down in there. Instead, I'm just going to burn off the top layer. And then after this all burns up, I'll take all that charcoal, throw it in here, and then plant my orange tree. This, you can see this dirt, this sand, it's really fertile. See, that's the top layer. You can get a lot to grow out here. All you need is water. And thankfully, our water is really cheap. I set up my automatic sprinkler earlier today. I just set it up. It's gonna run for 45 minutes. But what I really need to do is figure out how long I really need to run it for. I'll do the calculations on each one of these trees and then take an average of it, and that's what I'll set it up for. Right now I just set it up so I could get some water, and we haven't had water in about a week, so my apple tree, I know, really needs it, and that avocado is going to really want it. The orange, he'll be okay. The peach, he's doing okay today, but he'll want some. I gotta get some white paint for this guy because these get sunburn. So I was told, yeah, just get white. I was told acrylic paint, and just paint them up, and then he'll be protected from the sun when it gets really hot. If you guys are good at this and have any tips, I am straight up amateur. I'm not good at a lot of this stuff. I'm just learning. So if you have any tips, feel free to share them with me. But I was sitting here and I was like, oh, this is a nice little campfire. So might as well record something. And then that way you guys get to come along. Beautiful sunset tonight. Look at that, all those pastel colors. That's over where the base is, where I'm pointing right now. Look at over here. Ooh, look at that. It's a hard place to live, but there's a reason why people settle out here. Definitely get a lot of beautiful stuff. Yeah, it was upper 70s today. For those of you overseas, that means it was probably about 24, 25. Yeah, these hot coals are just gonna eat away at those dead roots. No use in using sweat equity when you can just light a fire and just sit by it. I definitely overdid it today. I hurt my back. I have a tendency to do that. It happens. I'll take some meds and I'll be okay in a day or two. Playing some music over there. Not me. Not this time. I'm just relaxing. I also bought some dewberry and some loganberry today, so I want to get those planted inside the house. Flame is out. It's still burning though. Got those nice hot red coals down in there. That's what I really want. Those coals. They're just gonna keep eating away at that. Alright, I think I'm gonna turn this off for now. I'll check you all later. As always, thank you for being worth serving.